here is a sneak preview of our secret SMP massive building project we are going to be working on. Welcome builders, my name is Andy and welcome to the video. Look, if you want to build it, you can build along with me. This is a list of ingredients that you need for our super secret massive survival multiplayer project. Welcome to the server. What have we done? Well, we've taken my famous Kadjar city creative map, slapped it into survival on a new server, changed the mode to survival, and now we have to fend for ourselves and get every single resource to build our superstructure that we're going to do. And it's going to go on the big orange sand island that is just on the top left there. So I'm flying pretty much right into this little house that I've just built. So this is my 5x5 little, I would say, it's my base, but it's probably the person who chops down all these trees. It would be maybe the log cutter, the forester, all rolled into one. Turns out when you play survival, you need an awful lot of logs, and these big spruce trees were just exactly what we needed. So we have a big line of resources, and we have a bunch of people on to help us build. Oh, by the way, halfway through this project, I did decide to remodel my house a little bit. I wasn't obviously quite happy with the way it looked. So I just, yeah, there's a lot to learn, as it turns out, in survival. Who's had that happen? Anyone in the comments? So we've built up this big ruined area in creative and then put the map into survival, which does give us a bit of a head start in terms of cobblestone, stone bricks, mossy stone bricks, even cracked stone bricks. So we can gather some of them when we clear an area. And what we can do is also build in this area, and we want to turn this whole area into a workshop for future survival projects, a workshop that can gather, can smelt, can craft whatever we need. So talking of smelting, this area is going to be where our super smelter goes. So we're going to have one of those big arrays of furnaces fed by either coal or bamboo, and that is going to let us, you know, smelt sand to make glass, and it's going to let us smelt sandstone to make smooth sandstone. This is our first bamboo farm. Simple two rows of bamboo with some pistons, observers, and then boom, it gets chopped down. And we were taking this, I think, initially by minecart all the way to our super smelter, but then we decided to use ice and water. Have a look at this. Smooth sandstone needs 132,000 stacks. Shout out to Dark Saber, me, I did a lot, Duke, loads, Sarasvin, so many people, Agent Tex, mined an awful lot of sandstone so that we could smelt it down to make some smooth sandstone. So after a ridiculous amount of work on this, and again, thank you to Dark Saber. Look at that, 123,000 bits. We'll show you that sign again a little bit later on. 143,000 bits. Then we went a bit crazy, or Aaron did, and he's made this, which is, I'll show you this, you know, in first person in a minute, but it is an incredible bamboo farm. And when this feeds our super smelter, it really does power it with absolutely every bit of fuel you would need. Bamboo is not a great fuel to put into a smelter. It needs about 4 bits of bamboo to smelt one item. But if you have a lot of bamboo, that actually ends up being a system that works. Welcome to the survival server. This is where we are collecting all... Welcome to the survival server. This is where we are collecting all the stuff ready for our secret project. And you can see some of the things are hard to get. Some of them are pretty easy. If there is a lump of cobblestone in front of it, we have managed to collect it all and we are good to go. Some things like copper, really difficult. We have made a copper farm, but we need to go check that it is working. Here is my little house that I built across here. And we're going to go and see the super smelter in a few seconds as well. So it's a very simple house here, and I'm mostly down here doing things and just sorting stuff out in chests. I haven't hardly been upstairs, but there's a little bedroom up there. Here is the people who've been helping me. Thank you so much to Dark Saber. By the way, this project is going to be dedicated to Dark Saber. It's going to be called the Dark Saber such and such that we're building, because he has collected a huge amount of sandstone. I'll show you in a minute. Aaron, technical expertise and hard work as well. We have Curta HD, thank you so much. Duke Lantern and Agent Tex, a dream team who are working together to provide a ridiculous amount of resources. So thank you very much to them. We have Severide Ian fan, who has a house over there as well. He's been working very hard, especially on the sand at the start. Insidious, thank you. Mad Russian has been absolutely epic at collecting resources as well. And Dark Witch. If your name is not up here and you've been involved, make sure it is. You get a shout out in the next video. So, let's grab a golden carrot and we'll fly over, and I'm going to show you the super smelter. And it is just in here. I'll show you that building in a minute as well, but stuff only. What do you think? It is absolutely enormous. And then here is where all the bamboo comes in. The bamboo comes flowing. There it is. Did you see it? Did you see it? A little bit of bamboo comes flowing in there. So this is what we had to do to make it viable. Now here is where the raw ingredients come in, and they would pile up and go into this minecart, and it would deliver all the ingredients around the whole super smelter. So there we go, full up with an incredible amount of bamboo. And then down here is where all the resources come. For example, a huge amount of smooth sandstone, which we still need, is going into there as well. So let me show you the bamboo farms that we made. So here is the first bamboo farm. It is in there. And I don't know what this is, by the way. I don't know why there's a platform there, but we do have a platform there. Bamboo for the Empire. So up here we have a little teeny tiny bamboo farm. Whoa. For some reason there's something above me. Must be the roof. So there's the bamboo farm. We've got pistons each side and observers, and it just whacks them, and the bamboo will fall down into this hopper, and then this little observer system here kicks the bamboo out. There you go. I'm picking it up. Ah! There you go, and it goes into that little channel, and we'll follow the bamboo. So we've got ice and water. It's so cool. Honestly, I'm addicted to survival. I'm addicted to these machines. It is so fun seeing these machines work. So the bamboo goes into the super smelter there. Here we go. I guess we're jumping down. Not much option here. And that is us back into the super smelter. I've got a whole stack of bamboo already. So let me show you. That wasn't enough bamboo, by the way. It wasn't enough bamboo to keep all those smelters. It wasn't even enough to keep 12 smelters going. So Aaron went crazy and built so that is it. That's the back of it there. Went absolutely crazy and built this one. Let me munch on this carrot. Look at the size of it. It is enormous. Absolutely huge. Let's fly right into it. A wandering trader. So here it is here. Little counting system here. Once all the cobblestone has left one of these hoppers and gone into that one, what we can do is just speed it up slightly. Once that gets to 64, it will set off this amazing bamboo harvesting system which Aaron built. Look at all these slime blocks. Really, really clever. So the bamboo grows, and then the bamboo gets harvested by this, and then underneath we've got another system of little mine carts, which I call trucks, and they harvest all the bamboo. So there we go. Isn't that amazing? The pistons stick to the slime sticks to slime, and it pulls it across. The little harvesting system. Whoever invented that, absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if it was Aaron that invented it or somebody else, but this is incredible. So all the bamboo goes down here underneath, and the little mine carts fly across, and they harvest all the bamboo, and then they feed it into the water ice system. Are they going across? No, they're not going across. And that powers all the smelters that you see. So what we can do... How did they get up there? That's pretty cool. So these are these things that we built here. These are the places where you put your resources, your raw things that you want to smelt, like cobblestone, sandstone, or sand, I guess, would be one thing you would put in there. And then they go down into this chest, and then they fill up a little minecart. Now that minecart, I wonder where it's gone. It should be waiting for resources. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's dropping off all this sandstone. So yeah, it's dropping off all that sandstone, and it is now filling up this little thing here. So what we can actually do is speed up this process. If I take some of this away, feed it into here, we should see this jetting off on its travels. There it goes, and as it does, it lights up all the furnaces because they get a little bit of sandstone each as they travel around. So all of these should be completely filled up by now. Isn't that a great system? I absolutely love it. So that is our super duper smelter system. We did have a little place over here where we were going to put coal, and then the coal was going to be taken via another one of these little track systems, and the coal was going to be dumped off, but that is actually not being used right now. So what I do want to do is go down here and show you the smooth sandstone being collected. So it should be filling up, there it is there, filling up this chest. So one of the other things that we need for this project is an awful lot of blue stained glass. So what we actually did is made a lot of glass by putting a lot of sand into our system, and then we put all the glass by hand into these chests. Thank you to Severide Ian fan for all the help with that. And then eventually it loaded up another cart. Here it is here. We've blocked it off just now because we don't need to colour that glass anymore, because we've done it. 27,000 bits of glass were taken along this track eventually. It took a while, and they were combined. Now we are using some really cool things here. These are auto smelters. We've got a plugin for, if I just shift and right click, we've got a plugin on automatic crafting table. Now we don't think this is cheating because these are coming into the game. We're just anticipating. So we put in cornflowers, and out came blue dye, and then that was mixed here, blue dye and stained glass, and then it was taken into, we had a little system here. I guess it's all empty, but this is where our blue stained glass was. So how did we get cornflower, I hear you ask? Well, we had to build one of these. So the answer is a flower farm, and shout out to Sarasvin again, who designed this, and it works so well. And we had one of these buildings spare, so we just dug it out a little bit and fitted our little dispenser bone meal contraption. Really, the bone meal fires it up through the grass, and then it ends up making grass and flowers, and we can flood that with dispensers, make a little flood, collect it all, turn some of it into bone meal, and hopefully some of it into cornflower. Cornflower downpipe. This produces an awful lot of bone meal, and the bone meal comes out of here because we are collecting seeds, red tulips, cornflower, dandelion, poppies, all the things you would get from grass. We can also determine whether they compost or not. Cornflower completely off for composting. So if it is composting, that would be switched on. So all these flowers travel down into this little case here, little chest. And what you do with this bone meal that you get is you feed it back into this system. So here is an incredible amount of dispensers. So we fill that up with bone meal, switch this system on, and look at this. The dispensers are releasing the grass, releasing the water, which floods the grass, pushes all that organic material down into that little trough there, and it keeps flowing out to the hopper system. And of course the dispensers underneath, what they're doing is they were firing up through the earth. It's amazing. I didn't know this could happen. Fire that bone meal straight up, and it makes all those grass and flowers come to life, which is absolutely amazing. A bit of ice there to make sure they keep flowing down. So there they are, flowing on their route down. Can't really get up there, but there we go. If I can show you there, they're flowing down into our, just basically some hoppers and a sorting system which we can turn on or off. So that enabled us to get lots and lots of blue dye, because as I said, 27,000 bits of blue stained glass, but one bit of dye can make 8 stained glasses, which is pretty good. We did have this system here, which was supposed to make lots of moss and stuff, and all that moss stuff was to flow down into there and make lots of bone meal. And we thought that bone meal would be good to help us collect, but unfortunately it didn't make as much bone meal as it needs. You need to put some bone meal into those dispensers there. So that one probably we're not going to be using, but it was interesting to build anyway. But let's fly back to the main area, because I want to show you just how many books we needed to make as well. Oh, some people were saying, oh, use a lava farm instead of bamboo. But the thing about lava farms, we did make one here. You need to keep loading the lava back into the super smelters, and it's an absolute pain. But having just, like I said, the world's supply of bamboo, thanks to Aaron, we're actually not too bad for the super smelter. It just keeps, as long as it's running. It takes a while to fill up all the hoppers and everything, but once you've got it going, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, here is bookshelves. We needed 22,378 bookshelves, which is 349 stacks, and I think we've actually managed to do that. So how on earth did we do that? Actually, just before we leave this area, have a look at the leaderboards. Darksaber, thank you so much for mining so much sand. That's how much we needed to make all this amazing glass. I mean, some turned some of it into sandstone as well. And 123,000 bits of sandstone mined by Darksaber. You are amazing. Absolutely incredible. I myself mined over 50,000 bits of sandstone. Thank you to everybody on these lists as well. Severidian as well. He is the best at... Oh, okay. So some of you probably guessed how we did that, and that is to make an incredible system for gathering sugar to start with, and sugar comes from sugar cane. So we needed to make a sugar cane farm, and then hopefully turn all that into paper. We do have an amazing plugin to give us auto crafting crafting tables. I guess that's what you would call them, auto crafting tables, and that lets us make the paper automatically, and then we can mix that with whatever we mix it with. Leather, I think, to make books, and then books mixed with wood planks to make some bookshelves, and we need an incredible amount. I think it's over 15,000 bookshelves. So it was fun. I love making these redstone machines now, and I'm looking forward to learning even more complicated ones as well. We've even got a filtering system in parts of the build, as you just saw on the flower farm actually, and it was really interesting to find out how hoppers properly work. So there we go. We don't want to make things just look like a big open mess, so this sugar farm, not only does it need to work, but it needs to have a cover. It needs to look like a building, look like part of Kadjar City and part of the industrial workshop type area. So shout out and thank you to Sandstone and Aaron, who were the main helpers on this project. There we go, nice wood and spruce roof, and we could take a look inside. So now we need to go and fly to see that, and it's this giant building here. Ah, don't crash, don't crash. I crashed. I'm still getting used to Elytra. I'm not very good at it. But we've made a little kind of a processing area in here, and I think soon we're going to be making a big super sorter. So obviously you need a lot of sugar cane to make paper. Is one of the first stages. We've got this sugar cane farm here, as you've just seen getting built on the time lapse. So that sugar cane flows into the water and then into hoppers, and there's a big hopper tube taking it over in this direction. And again, I'm using these special auto crafters here. The sugar cane goes in. I guess it's going in there. And then it comes down here. Paper is being made with this one. So the paper gets stored in here. As you can see, we've got lots and lots of paper. The paper gets combined with leather. So leather gets put into here. We'll show you how we gather the leather in a minute. And then in here we put spruce logs, and then the spruce logs get turned by this one into spruce planks. So in here you would have spruce planks, and then so you've got paper, leather, they combine to make books, and then the books combine with the spruce planks to make bookshelves. So the missing. So obviously, you just chop down spruce trees. That's pretty easy to get spruce logs, get planks. We've got the paper coming. We've got the books. We need leather. Leather goes in this chest. So how did we get the leather? Well, thankfully, we've got an amazing player called Sandstone on the server, and she has made us a Hoglin pig farm. I tried to make a pig farm here from a tutorial. This is super annoying. You have to keep on going up and feeding it with wheat and whatnot, and then little baby ones come down here and you can fry them with some nice lava. But yeah, that's way too much hard work. So we built this, and it of course is on top of the nether, so pretty fun if you can get up there. I'm not sure how we got on top of the nether, but anyway, Sandstone is amazing at these things. It's a Hoglin farm. We have a Hoglin pig farm. So all I've got to do when you're AFK, you just sit here and wait for all the little Hoglins to appear. So what we'll do is we'll go flying down there, and we can have a little look at our Hoglin pig farm. So they don't like these little mushrooms on the end, I don't think. Can I land on it? I'm not very good at landing on things. But yeah, they spawn on these levels where there's light, so no other mobs can spawn, but the Hoglins quite like light. Then they're scared of these, and so they eventually fall down into this lava. It's so cool. And it was fun to build as well. So once they get cooked in there, then we have all the leather coming down here. So there we go, we've got lots of leather. What we can do is go back and feed this in. You also get a lot of pork chops as well, cooked pork chops. So what we'll do is we'll put some spruce planks in here, and then we'll put some leather in there, and it suddenly starts to get used, mixed with this paper to make books, which are going to be flying down into here and making plenty of bookshelves. We're going to have a lot of bookshelves. Wow, that was used really quickly, wasn't it? That did you see how quickly the spruce planks were used? Really, really quickly. So there we go. It's all being used, and then more bookshelves are being made. So much fun building these machines. Honestly, really, 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 really fun. So behind the scenes, there was a lot of hard work. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Darksaber was working like 6 hours a day on this project, which even more, 7 hours in some points. Absolutely insane. Yeah, you could tell I'm a creative player, and I've gone to survival and kind of really underestimated how much resources you need, and you need to keep on going and checking that the super smelter is working, going to collect, checking, have we got enough bamboo? Have we got enough sandstone? Went on and on and on. So I've actually climbed up the big weird bamboo thing that we saw earlier on in the video, so you can get an overview. There is the giant bamboo farm there, the little baby bamboo farm there, our giant smelter. That is where we have the flower farm. That is where we have the bone meal farm. It didn't work very well. Over here, this is the collection point for any thing that needs to be smelted. It can be put into there. As you can see, we've got various other structures being built. What I do want the structures to do is look good. So you can see that, well, my house there looks like it's been built in the 5x5 building system. Sarasvin's as well, looking decent. Kadjar city itself doesn't really have any sloping roofs. It's a bit of a flat-roofed desert city. So we want to make things, you know, obviously we take an exception because that's a brilliant, beautiful build of bamboo. It's got a sloping roof, but it kind of lends itself to, you know, the bamboo farmer as well. So what we want to do is tidy up some of these structures so that they're not just ordinary little blocks, and make them look decent and make this look like a little bustling town which is collecting resources. This is the industrial part of the town. So yeah, we are building in ruins, and that is fun to do, but we also want to make them look good as well. Let's switch on shaders. My frames per second might take a bit of a hit, but over there is where we're going to be building our incredible project, so do stay tuned for that. Might put a wizard's tower over there as well, and we'll have some smaller projects on the go in this series as well, because I am firmly addicted to collecting materials and building things now in survival. It is a lot of fun. So one thing we do need to try and get is copper. I have a copper farm built. I think I'll show you in the next episode. We're not too sure if it is working properly, but we have managed to gather a ridiculous amount of materials, and I think tomorrow, maybe even today, is the time when we're going to actually start to get these built. Sea lanterns, we do need, I think we've got all the sea lanterns that we need, maybe just a couple more. We need a little bit more sandstone, actually. Can I make cut sandstone? Let me see. Can I fly? There we go. Cut sandstone. Can I make it from smooth sandstone? Let me see. So if I go and collect from the super smelter, which is finished smelting all that sandstone we put in earlier on. If I go and collect a whole bunch of this. I wonder if I can make cut sandstone from this. And probably best to use one of those, what do you call it? It's got like a wheel. This thing. Yes, this thing, actually. I was just talking about you, dude. So that, now we cannot make cut sandstone from that. Anyway, let's go and put this in the chests, just in case we are still lacking it. I don't know what that's a little viewing platform as well, but I do like that viewing platform actually a little bit better. Let's see if we've got all the smooth sandstone that we need. Hopefully we do. Oh, no, this chest needs to get filled up. So there we go. Always a need for sandstone. This is the big area here where we're going to build. As you can see, it's going to be pretty enormous. We're going to be building it from light matica. So wish us luck on that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my forage into the land of survival. We've got our little copper here turning green. Maybe we should just actually slap it into the building when it's the orangey copper colour and let it turn green as we build. I think that would be pretty cool as well. Copper, very difficult to collect. Thank you so much for watching. Back soon with this big project and with more SMP from the Kadjar server. It is me, Andyisyoda, saying goodbye. And I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao. And the blocks be with you.